Welcome everyone. This is the Dow daily on the right, weekly on the left. What I'm looking at here is a chart that is too extended and is coming down. So we've got 2 weeks of slightly lower closes. It's not brilliant. We are right on a channel. In fact, let me just pull this daily out. Now, if we've got the channel picking up from here and putting across there, you can see we've broken up through this channel and we're just drifting, constantly touching the lows, which is the 20 EMA, and then at the moment holding. I'm looking for that to break down. As if we break the low 16,400, we could be coming down to at least 16,000, because major support would be 16,200 would be major support. I know it's a busy chart up there, but bear with me because it's just a lot on there. Let's try and tidy it up. Okay, there it is, tidied up. Take that off. Fibs on the last move would mean if that is the high, if we put in a high, then the next level is, as you close below 370, the next level is 16,230, and then 16 coming down to the 16,000 levels. So 50% is 16,135, which will be a retest of this level down here. Alright, so I think we're suspended up there, ready to come down. Let's look across the markets. French CAC is weak. The German DAX is weak. The FTSE closed okay. Actually, the FTSE closed okay. So the FTSE is the odd one out at the moment. Let's just see how Monday settles then, because we're all seeing it in a box. Bit of a bull flag there, to be honest. Why did I say that? Because it's a bit of a bull flag, full stop. Mast. All the lows are getting bought, and we're closing above this area here. All we've done is retest that star so far, so we could still just roll over. And Nikkei is a lower close. We look too extended up there. Look at the RSI on the weekly chart here. We all charged up, pullbacks a ball, pullbacks a ball, pullbacks a ball. But look at us here. We've closed lower for the end of the first full week in 2014. So although that is a brighter close on there, I'm looking for that to drift lower. Stock scanning was difficult because of the way in which it's difficult to find good shorts on the stock, so we'll come to that in a minute. So let's go through forex. The Aussie dollar is in play. We've been talking about this a lot last week. The major weekly support down there just kept getting bought. We had a good start to the year, came off the monthly pivot, back to the weekly support, and now we've closed up here. So that level there, which is about 89.20, is a buy on the Aussie US dollar to see if we can at least get up to 91. I think we could, if we get some fair wind behind us, actually get up to at least 94, possibly 95. But it's a slow one. We've had a lot of selling up here, so there's a lot to do. At the moment, all we're doing on this weekly chart here is heading back to 92 short term. The other one, let's look at the Let's look at the euro. Obviously, the euro is quite a leading indicator. So we're seeing weakness in the dollar. There was the concept, is the dollar going to get weak in 2014 or strong? Well, I'm looking for, if we keep getting some weak data on the US, and we've not got a heavy week ahead of us now. Last week was busy for data. This coming week is not that great. What I'm looking out for is US inflation. If US inflation picks up this week, then I would definitely look for the dollar to gain strength. But on the back, but US inflation has stayed very, very weak. And so at the moment, into the first part of the week, I would buy a pullback to this euro US dollar to see if we can at least get back up to this 138. That would mean buying a pullback to 136.30 area. Pound, US dollar. Still a higher close, so I think we'll see a move down to 164.30 in the early part of the week, and then possibly a retest of the 165. So I'd be a buyer of 164.30 on the pound US dollar with a stop under 163.70 area. So pretty close stop. US dollar CAD had a flying week. We're up to the monthly R3, so I think we need a pullback to 107.38 would be a great place to get long, but because that is very extended now. But on the weekly, 170.40 is the weekly support. But a lovely move. Yen pairs, US dollar yen is, where's US dollar yen? Here. I'm looking for this to at least come down to 103. And could easily come down a little further. That monthly S1 102.70 would be a great place to get long. I'm not shorting that, I'm just looking for that to pull right back before I can buy it. The pound yen, same story. We're holding up on the monthly pivot. Slightly weaker close on the weekly chart, but also I would love to be able to buy that at 168, so I would look for that to pull back down. I mean, it is shortable. If you want to short that at it's shortable from 172 with a stop at 173. The pound Aussie dollar is on the way down, so I'm looking for that to come down to 180. Currently 183.22. That's shortable if you're prepared to short at 183.85 with a stop up there at 186, which is a big stop. Euro yen, really sideways, and so I'm looking for this to, I'm seeing this as a bear flag because the dominant path of least resistance this week was down. All pullbacks to that, that area, the monthly pivot, was shorted. So if we then get a little move up, I think we could then roll over. So a short of 143 could see that coming down to 140, at which point I would look to buy that. And that's it for forex. Let's move on to commodities very quickly, and we will start with oil. This oil looks as if we have found support now. We dropped lower at 91.24. We closed at 92.72. If you hold out for 92.35 with about 120 point stop, you can see if that is potentially going to pull up. The danger is we've hit resistance, and this could just break the low and then roll over again. Look at that, the volume bar was quite significant. RSI is extremely low, stochastics are turning. I think the time to start to look to buy oil has arrived. Dollar, think the story in the dollar, the gold is the same, which is hence the reason why the Aussie dollar is a buy. That's a buy at 12.32. Not sure it will even drop that low, but I would hold out for that. The other commodities are following suit. I like cocoa at 27.02 to see a little hammer on the weekly to see if we can bust up to the 3,000 mark. I like I like the beans. If you buy the beans at 12.75, I would have a stop under 12.66. That's a stopping bar on the weekly on that monthly S1. Grains have been tough. I got stopped out of the corn. That's the wheat. Now, for some reason, it's unusual to see the grains separate, and the corn, the wheat, and the beans normally look fairly similar on the charts, but for some reason the wheat is not doing it, and the corn there's a massive move. There's a massive gulf. I can't remember seeing such a gulf between the grains like this. So the beans are holding up. The corn shot up on the back of that hammer, having breached the hammer. So I'm going to hold out a bid again on. So I bought a pullback on this corn and got stopped out. I'm going to just sit there and do nothing for a while and hope that the corn comes off of this massive leap and drops to at least 420, because that is too expensive for me. I'm not prepared to chase that market. So I would love to see I'd love to see 420. I got that support down there as a 418. I would hold out for 420. And the other ones I like, I think sugar might come up. I'm going to give it a bit more time. Coffee has had a good run after that little hammer-like bar at 111. What else was it? I saw lumber is not doing it. Okay, let's just leave that. So interested in the corn it's going to be very, very patient on the corn, and interested in oil and gold. Right, stocks. I'll stop this video and do a separate stocks video, but so I'm looking for a weak dollar into the first part of the week, and then going to wait and see what happens on the US inflation front, and looking to see if the indices can come off and break down. Alright, enjoy the rest of your weekend, and see you on Monday. The Traders Round Table is 7 PM Monday night. We're looking at the subject of levels in terms of algorithmic trading, and why levels in the markets are so important to watch. Okay, see you later.